Number 12, Josh Buckles. Number 15, Adon Coyle. Number 20, Ethan Gailey. Number 25, Mackenzie Murchison. Number 26, Dylan Mills. Number 30, Logan McQuarrie. Big number 34, Aiden Gailey. Number 51, Liam McAdam. Number 60, Oman Bular. Big 62, Matthew White. Number 65, Lyric Sing Me a Song Murray. Number 78, Michael Balaniak, pardon me. Number 79, Austin Walker. And number 88, Joshua Clark, your Mission Niners. And let's get ready to rumble. Number 1 for your Chilliwack JB Blue Giants, Caleb the Cannon Spanner. Number 2, Kevin Zookeeper James. Number 8, Sawyer Quick Feet Tether. Number 10, Justin Ginger Snap Kennedy. Number 11, Gavin the Gavinator Thomas. Number 12, Grayson Lunchbox Frick. Number 14, David the Ripper Rogers. Number 20, Michael the Real Deal Hopwood. And if he had juggled the ball a bit more, he could have won $100. Okay, number 25, Vince Diesel I Bartoloza. Number 33, Joshua the Cavalry Caverly. Number 34, Jackson the Scrud Wilkins. Number 36, Davies the Gazelle Mitchell. Number 43, Braden Stickya Struxma. Number 44, Aiden Stopya Saunders. Number 48, Jackson J. Webb Webster. Number 55, Hunter the Hammer German. Number 60, Tyler Kilya Kelly. Number 61, Shirley LaForce Gonzalez. Number 63, Blake Big Rig Goward. Number 65, Braden the Punisher Dick. Number 72, with the hip swivel, Sebastian Gonzo Gonzalez. Number 74, Arden Superman Lowen, pardon me. 80, Cohen Fireball Foreman. Number 81, Gage the Rage O'Neal. Number 88, Logan the Beast Buckwitz. And number 92, Nick Surehands Beck. And last but not least, number 99, Kai the Crusher Manning. Your Junior Bantam Blue Giants. Now please all rise, remove your hats and headgear for the singing, or pardon me, playing of our national anthem. And welcome to another exciting game of Chilliwack Minor Football, brought to you by High Country Homes. We have some VCFL playoff action going on this afternoon and a wet, rainy day here at Townsend Park in Chilliwack, British Columbia. Tim Amy, soon to be joined by Mr. Matt Mackery, that handsome devil himself. He's probably at the concession getting his hot dog order. And oh, here he is, clearing some text from last night off his phone. And we're ready to roll.
Welcome, good morning.
How are we doing today? Everybody out there in 1, 2, 3, and there's Matt. How are you, buddy?
Good morning, Tim. Sorry about that.
It's all good, my friend.
Those
It's all
stairs,
good.
they kill me, I tell you.
We're not getting any younger, my friend. Those things just keep getting higher. We stay the same. The stairs keep getting higher. So we have what looks like to be a pretty good game today. We have a rather unstoppable force in the Junior Bantam Blue Giants, mixed, going against a very well-coached, optimistic Mission Niners team.
Well, this is the Niners team that is the reigning JV champion, so.
Unbelievable season last year.
Great season. And then they got same coaching staff. Some of the kids are back, some new ones.
Yep.
It'll be interesting. They've played well the last half of the season. Had a really rough start. They played 3 games in 1 week in the start of the season.
I was talking to Coach Dave Hicks before the game, and I went up to him and asked him one question. How's your team different now from the start of the season? He goes, night and day. They lost to a team 22-18 to start the season, and 2 weeks ago they beat them by 60 points.
Yeah.
Same team. Like, it's just night and day. And I went over to the Chilliwack side, of course, who had just ranked the Junior Bantam Blue Giants, for those that don't know, are ranked the top team in BC right now. Like, they're that good.
Yeah.
They have a sick backfield, a great quarterback, and a really solid O-line. Well coached. They're 10-0. And they've just been steamrolling their way through. But I went over there, and I didn't get a chance to talk to Dave Wilkins. He was busy. So I spoke to Scott, pardon me. So I spoke to Tom Caverly, one of the assistants. I said, so, you guys cautiously optimistic? He goes, no, we're just going to have fun. Because we play our game, we'll be fine. We're not, so. But, yeah, Dave has taken that team, which got hammered at the start of the season, and turned them into a well-oiled machine. And Scott on the other side is just has a great team he's put together. It's well coached and everybody's rolling. So,
well, the thing with the blue team, you talk about the offense. That defense is phenomenal. Is absolutely phenomenal too.
On blue.
Yeah. When we watched them a couple weeks back here play, it was the defense was so smothering, so quick, and they move together well.
Yeah.
So that's what impressed me the most. I mean, yeah, they can put points on the board. It's going to be hard to stop Logan Buckowitz, but that defense isn't letting anything in.
Yeah. It's just a really well-balanced team. And the big advantage that Chilliwack has this afternoon is if you can look over at the number of players at their bench and you glance over at the Niners, and they've got I'd say about 15 more players than the Niners do. The Niners today, unfortunately, don't have their full complement of players. So they have a very short bench. They only got about 4 or 5 substitutes. So, if they keep the game close as the game wears on, the Niners might start to wear out a little bit, whereas Chilliwack can keep refreshing players and substituting players in and keeping guys rested and so forth and so on. So that's a big advantage for Chilliwack this afternoon. That, and they're playing at home.
Yeah, huge. Yeah. And the confidence going into it as well. Yeah, I went over and visited the mission coaches as well, and I was talking to Scotty, the defensive coordinator, and he was telling me that, they've only got about 17, 18 kids today. A couple of them had hockey games that they couldn't get out of.
Yeah, and they've had 2 key injuries and that sort of thing. It happens. And it's tough because for Mission, of course, they have to compete with high school football, and we just don't have that problem here in Chilliwack. We have one team. They have, 4 or 5?
Mission's only got 1 as well.
Oh, okay.
It's Abbotsford it's my stomping grounds that has that issue.
But it's tough, not everybody wants to play football, right? So
exactly.
Yeah. But the funny thing, you mentioned they were the provincial champions last year, and here's a funny note. The regular season and 90% of the playoffs, 99% of the playoffs, they steamrolled everybody. Didn't allow a single touchdown. We're talking 50-point spreads.
Yeah.
They win the provincial championship by 2 points.
2 points.
8-6 against Cloverdale. And that was actually a really good game. And when the clock finally wound down and Dave won, he was laughing and crying at the same time. It was quite a sight to behold. But they won it, and they had a great season. And I've gotten to know Dave Hicks a little bit over the past few years here calling games. I called a game with him, an all-star game with him once, and just super nice guy. And I'm
He's a good guy. So Scott. I like them both. So.
Well, and here's two guys that have been in football, helping out in kids football for years and years and years. Their kids don't play. They used to, but they're done, and they're still here, and they're still highly involved. Dave's part of the VCFL executive.
Yep.
Scotty works with the, both of them work with the Border Bowls, so they are definitely ready to go. Now, Mr. Wilkins, he's been around for a long time too.
He has.
Yeah, he's been involved in kids football on the Chilliwack side. So you got two coaches that are very, very football knowledgeable. And very, very invested in their teams. So.
And, I like the assistant coaches on Chilliwack, too. I say that I'm biased because I know them. Drew Saunders I sit on the board with, and he coached on my son's Pee Wee team last year, as did Tom Caverly. Our sons, Benny and Josh, played soccer together. That's when we first met. I think we played on the same flag team together. So you get to know them a little bit.
Yeah.
And just nice guys and in-depth, very involved, very meticulous, hard-working guys. Low-key.
Yeah.
Low key, they're not the screamers and the yellers and all that kind of stuff, but they know what to do, and they've put together a pretty good team over there that is going to be tough to beat this afternoon.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just looking at the standings here online, and the Chilliwack Giants, Junior Bantam Blue, scored 10-0, 334 points for, 64 points against.
That's sick.
Yeah, I mean they had. They had more points against them than the Chilliwack Red team had 4.
Yeah.
So
there you go. They got a good team this year.
Yeah. And then you look down at the Mission team, and they had a 3-7 record, 167 for 204.
Yeah.
They didn't get beaten bad in a lot of games.
No, they didn't.
In 10 games, you only got a 33-point differential there.
It's not a lot.
Yeah.
And they lost close games. Like I said, that first game they played, they lost 22-18. Well, that's not a resounding. That's not a pounding. No one's getting pounded. But then they came back and they beat them by 60 points, right?
Yeah.
So it's you got to be careful looking over at Dave Tick's teams, because like I said to him, no one's looking at this team thinking it's a gimme, because it's like, oh yeah, people are going to be favoring Chilliwack. I said, dude, no one's looking at this game thinking it's a gimme. Like, your team has really changed, and they've come together, and they believe. He's got those kids believing over there.
Yeah.
So 18 kids with good, scrappy attitudes, believing in themselves, they can do anything.
Yeah.
So this ain't no walkover by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah. No, and like I said, the Mission team had a bad schedule to start the season. They played 3 games in a week.
Why did they have to play 3 games in 1 week?
Because of the number of teams, we got to get an extra game in on one of the long weekends.
Right.
And it really hurts. And we're trying to figure out a way to do away with it for next year, whether it's starting a week sooner or
something,
running a week later. But it does, and a lot of teams have to do it. They weren't the only ones.
Exactly, because they have to play 10 games as opposed to 8.
Yeah.
And you've got a lot of teams, and everyone's got to play each other twice or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So that makes it tough.
There's 6 teams, so they play everybody twice, so 10 games.
10 times, yeah.
So, but it looks like we're ready to get going here. Mission's going to be kicking in Chilliwack.
And let's get ready to roll. Of course, the big player to watch on the field right now, big number 88, Logan Buckwitz, who's just having a lights-out all-star kind of season. Fundamentally brilliant football player. There's a nice little worm burner. Number 33, I believe that is Aiden Saunders. No, Joshua. The Cavalry jumps on that ball. And an all-star in his own right. A very solid young man. First-year junior bantam. He was on my son's. He was our linchpin in the backfield last year on Pee Wee Blue.
You watch here, the ball kind of took a weird bounce off him, caught him in the hip, and bounced back out.
Yeah.
And he's smart to jump on that ball. It's wet out there. The ball's wet. The grass is wet. And the Mission player was standing right over top of him.
There's nothing that drives me more to distraction than some kid reaching for a ball that's got a funny hop, bounces off his arm, and stands there and watches it dribble away as the opposing team jumps on top of it. So good on you, Josh.
Bend at the waist and try and grab it and just get creamed.
Yeah, just dive on it. Okay. Pro set. 3 people in the backfield, including Mr. Buckwitz. There's the handoff. Plows through. Got some gaps. Look at him move. Still on his feet. Unbelievable. First down all the way. A good 20-plus yard carry to start this game. Buckwitz up the middle. And what an O-line, and they're a well-oiled machine.
Well, you watch the replay here. He's running through players. He's bringing those knees up nice and high. Gets the ball here through the line, starts getting his knees up really high, and it makes it hard to bring him down. Number 26 there, Dylan Mills, gets a hold of an ankle and just doesn't let go.
There's a handoff. Buckwitz again fighting his way forward. Probably picked up a few yards on that carry. A little tough to see in the pileup of bodies. The thing that impressed me the most on that last carry is some kids had him. Well, he picked up, what, 7, 8 yards on that? They had him by the ankle, and he just jerked his foot free and just kept going.
Well, and he brings those knees up and drives really well. So, and they know they've got to take his feet out from underneath him. You're not taking him down by the shoulders. You're not wrapping around his waist. You got to take him out at the ankles.
Here we go. Pro set from the snap. Drops back. Reverse. Big man coming around the corner. Could be a stiff arm. Drops one. Number 36 picks up the first down, and that was Davies, the Gazelle Mitchell, living up to his nickname with good running. And I like that reverse. That was a crisp handoff.
And he stretches the field here. He's got this one defender chasing him. He just gets past him, but he couldn't get the move on the second one. It looks like his own guy got a bit in his way there as he tried to cut back inside. But still picks up the first down. They've moved the ball quite well already, and they're down at the 25-yard line in 3 plays.
Yeah, that's a first down carry. So, I mean, he did everything he was supposed to do and more. From the snap, I formation. Chilliwack rolling to Buckowitz. Number 88 thunders through. He couldn't make it to the end zone, and he's in already. 4 plays. Chilliwack is in the end zone.
Well, and you knew this was going to be the way it is a Buckowitz up the middle, and he's just running bodies over. Let's get the replay up here, and we can walk through this one. It was a great run again. Gets the ball through the hole in the line, makes a nice little sidestep, and just drives forward.
He's so strong. And you know what's interesting? They've got a shorter bench over there at Mission, but they're actually physically bigger than the Chilliwack line. I was standing next to them, and I wanted to see just how big they were. They got some big kids in Mission, and they're a bit bigger than the Chilliwack side. But Chilliwack is doing its job in terms of just opening up enough space for Buckwitz and Caleb Spanner is the other running back to just get through.
Yeah, the extra point's no good. He kind of missed the snap there. And Smart just jump on the ball.
Yeah, so you're up 6-0 with 2 minutes off the clock.
Yeah.
And so you missed a point. Big deal.
So for those of us that were listening last night, we were getting text messages from Arizona. And today, I got a message already. Morning, hope you guys are having a great day today. I'm just finishing my first coffee of the day with a picture of the beautiful blue skies. And the sunshine, nice little.
Is that the couch? That's
the couch. The couch on the patio.
Look at that.
Where Grandma's enjoying her morning coffee.
And down in Arizona. There you go.
Down in Arizona. She looks like she's smarter than most of us. That's for sure.
Well, until you watch a Phoenix Cardinals game, and then it sort of evens out. But anyway.
Yeah, Arizona Cardinals. They changed from Phoenix a while back.
Oh, did they? Arizona,
yeah.
That's right. That's a state team now.
Yeah.
It makes it way better. Yeah. Okay. Kind of like the California Golden Seals of the hockey years ago. Okay. Here's the kick. Nice little worm burner on the wet, soggy turf. Nice hop, picks it up. Like those moves. Breaks a tackle. Does he get some room? Does he get it? He's getting through. Could go all the way. Look at that. We've got a tie game.
Oh, my goodness.
Number 4, Saxon Kernahan on the punt return. And he's tied this game all up. And what were we saying about this not being a gimme?
Yeah, that's, I don't even think we got a second off the clock there.
No.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. Here he bounces to him, and he gets it. He gets a seam right there. He gets past most of the defenders, and he just starts striding. And I love the way these kids are running these days. Look at that, high knees, arms pumping. He's glad to be behind him, to watch in front of you and just get going, but it didn't hurt him there.
He put a nice little deke move on the Chilliwack player where he just sort of slowed down just enough and then put on the Jets one more time and just completely psyched him out. Yeah. What a play.
Broke some ankles there.
Oh, yeah, and if they get the 2 points, they take the lead. And again, Dave Hicks has a great coach with a good coaching staff, and he's got these kids believing, and they're not scared of Chilliwack at all.
Well, that's the thing I was talking to Dave about. You're not going to stop Buckowitz. You're not going to stop the Chilliwack Blue team. Like you said, they've got more than just him. You got the Spanner, you got Frick, you got Hopwood, Caverly.
Oh, there's a block kick. Nice bit of defense by Chilliwack, so that keeps the game tied at 6-all. And we've got a football game, ladies and gentlemen. It's raining. It's not Arizona. It's raining, but we've got a football game on our hands.
Yeah, you're not going to stop this offense. So you got to match this offense.
Exactly.
That's where it's down to today.
And, again, talking to Dave, I said, you can win a football game in 6 plays.
Yeah.
Like a couple of lucky bounces. And he said, things are going to have to go our way today if we want to win.
Yeah.
We need some lucky breaks. We need some breaks, some lucky bounces. But the way they executed and the blocking they got on that punt return, I would say Chilliwack is not taking anything for granted. This is good. I'm liking this. This is a good game. I wanted to see a good game, and I'm getting one, so I'm very happy. And Michael Hopwood, had you juggled that ball a little bit more, you could have won $100. Did you see that on our Facebook page?
No.
There was I was watching Sportsnet, Tim and Sid, and they posted a kid from Florida, a high school kid, made an absolutely ridiculous catch.
Oh, I did see that one.
When he juggled the catch, right? So I put this on our Facebook page. I said, okay, here's the deal. Any Chilliwack Giant that makes a catch comparable to this, and I want to see some serious juggling, I'm going to give him $100 out of my pocket. I'll pay you $100 if you can match that catch, juggle for juggle. So JB Blue, and perfect, number 32, and that is that 32? 892, what am I saying? Nick Sherhan's back, just jumps on that ball and sets up a 1st and 10 about the 41-yard line.
Well, it takes a bounce, and it kind of squiggles away from him and almost to the mission player, but it's a good block by the guy just in front there to keep that mission player from getting to that ball.
And I love it when they dive on the ball like that. It's just smart football. But anyway, getting back to the catch, it's just a sick catch. So I posted on our page, anybody that makes a catch comparable to this, I'll give you $100 out of my pocket cash. So JB Blue posts Michael Hopwood, who made a great catch on his own, falling backwards, one-hands it, spears it out of the air, and pulls it in and lands flat on his back. But there was no juggling, and he didn't score a touchdown, so he didn't get the $100. Ball is up. He's got Buckwitz, and
nice defensive play.
Buckwitz almost had it, number 6. Aiden Brown for the Mission Niners jumps up and spoils the party.
Yeah, I think Logan thought he had that up over top of the head there. He goes up a bit here, but Aiden Brown just matches him, comes up straight on him, and plays the ball, and knocks it down. So we're getting a text message from Shell Sangarra. She's the president of the VCFL. She must be watching online.
Okay.
Because that was called answering back.
Dropping up. Here we go. Back to Buckwitz. He's got it this time.
Yeah.
And he's still on his feet. Past the defender. Look at him shoving guys off. Look at that. He's rolling all the way to about the 30-yard line.
Wow.
Did not miss it on that play. The exact same play. We missed it the first time. Let's get it the second time. Chilliwack is first and go at the 30-yard line.
Well, I think the Logan and the quarterback both knew that was so close the last time they try again, and you just see that Aiden doesn't get the same height that he did on that block.
I love that tackle right there. That's a good tackle.
Yeah, they wrapped him up good.
Just full force right at the waist. Took the brunt. Drop back. Ball is in the air. Oh, just past the fingertips. Bit of a worm burner of a pass to number 34, Jackson the Scrud Wilkins. And it's 2nd and 10 at the, I think that is the 29, 31-yard line.
He had to come back on that one, and he leaned back into it, but you got to step back into it if you're going behind you for a ball like that.
Okay, what does Shell say?
Well, she said with the score that was called answering back. I always teach the players that.
There you go.
Because they score, you got to score too.
Yeah. Chilliwack, I formation, 2nd and 10, 31. Handoff to Buckwitz. Thunders up the middle. Is he on his feet? Brought down about a few yards after.
I'm trying to get the number there. Number 4. Number 4 again.
Number
Saxon.
4. Kernahan. And they picked up 5 yards, so that sets up a 3rd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
It is a good testament to the coaching staff mission there. No one's trying to grab Buckwitz by the shoulders today. They're all going waist or lower.
Yeah.
And it's the only way you're going to stop a guy that's that big and that strong.
It's the only way to stop anybody. Anybody who tries to tackle too high, you're going to get pushed away. So they're well coached. It's a well-coached team. Pro set, 3 men in the backfield. There's a handoff back to Buckwitz. He cuts in, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, still on his feet. He's lumbering forward. And did he get a first down?
I think he's going to be just short. It looks like he's just short from here.
So that would be a turnover and downs. Should it be short? We'll see how they mark it. No one's moving any sticks just yet.
Yeah.
Placing the ball. And they're going the other way. So
good stop.
Excellent stop by Mission. And that's what you got to do. They stopped him, right? He got yards, but they didn't let him get the first down.
Well, and you see, this is going to be a good game in the sense that both defenses are going to be on their game. I know Mission's worked really hard. Like I said, it's not just Logan that you have to worry about here. No. I mean, Logan's the beast, yes, right? But you've got Caleb Spanner, you got Grayson Frick, you got Michael Hopwood, you got Jackson Wilkins. You've got so many players on that team that could step up if needed to. And you've got to keep an eye on all of them. One of the things I liked the last game we watched against North Langley, we called against North Langley, was that they gave it to Buckowitz a lot and then started faking it to him and giving it to somebody else, and we're getting success that way too.
Yeah, it's a full frontal attack. They're not relying on one player.
No.
Hand off the backfield, sweeping around, cutting through the defense. There's a nice little bit of smothering tackle. And picked up a lot of yards on that play. Not enough for a first down, but they're awfully close for a first snap. That is a 2nd and 1. And I did not see who caught the ball, or grabbed the ball, pardon me.
Number 15, Aiden Coyle.
There we go.
And
look at that, Yanni running.
Here's a guy that's, skill levels right up there with Logan Buckowitz. He is a phenom to watch in his own right. He's not as big as Logan.
Fair enough.
Maybe as tall, but not as big.
Yeah.
But he runs very well. He's very fast. You get him into space, he's gone.
That was smart running, like right there. The key, he was running with his head. Like he was looking for openings and just juking left and right. 2nd and 10. Pro set in the backfield. Slot back in motion. There's the handoff. Does he get past that line of scrimmage? Not yet. Looked like it was number 30 to grabbing that ball. Logan McQuarrie. And sets up a 2nd and probably third, pardon me.
Yeah.
And very, very short.
3rd and inches.
3rd and inches. Football and golf, I guess that's about the only...
You got number 12, Josh Buchholz, there as the quarterback, and he's a very smart player. You see him out there directing traffic. He knows where he wants his players. He knows what he's doing with this.
I love to see that on-field leadership, man. Makes me feel good about myself. There we go. I formation, handoff. Does he get around? Number 4's got the ball. Defense is swarming. Was it enough? Doesn't look like it.
No, he never got around that outside edge.
Saxton Kernahan with the handoff. And what are they going to mark it? Is the ball going the other way?
Yeah.
They're marking it the other way.
He didn't get around that outside corner. The defensive end got in and just got a hold of his jersey.
Just enough.
Just enough to make sure he wasn't going anywhere. And then the rest of the team swarmed in. I think it was number 25 there, Vince the Diesel.
Bartoluzza.
Lollapalooza.
Bartolizza. Say it 5 times, it's yours. 5:32 to go in the first quarter. A 6-all tie. Chilliwack now on the 26-yard line. 1st and 10 after a turnover on downs. Lots of motion in the backfield. Handoff. Number 26 looks like he could go all the way, and he is in there. Boy, did they ever fool the defense on that one.
Davies the Gazelle Mitchell. I mean, he just strides around that corner, and he blew by the one defender that was there like he wasn't there. And the defender just didn't know what to do. He's coming so quick here around this corner. He just no idea what to do.
When they realized what was happening, it was too late.
Yeah.
He had one person he had to beat. That person got blocked, and it was just waltzing. He runs well. I like this kid.
He's very quick.
Yeah.
What I like there is he didn't try and stop or make a move or juke or dance or anything. He just put the shoulder down and ran.
He's got the back perfectly straight with the thighs pumping up and down like pistons, and I like that's proper running.
Yeah. He looks like a gazelle.
There you go. Hence. And that is good.
There we go. So that's 2. Yep. That's it's 14-6.
So the missed convert the first time didn't really hurt them because they got the 14 points and the 2 touchdowns. 14-6, 5:19 to go. Lots of football left to play, and we've got a football game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, no, this is trucking along quite nicely here for both teams. I mean, Mission there not getting the first down really hurt them because, as we've seen already, is Chilliwack takes up the field in chunks, take big chunks out of the field. So when you give up the ball on your own 25, you know that's a small chunk.
Yeah,
so it's not too good there. But this is where Chilliwack got in trouble the last time. So I don't think you're going to see the ball going over to number 4 this time.
No, they're probably going to go to the opposite side of the field. Interesting point. I think we talked about punting last night and how you don't like punting. and how I like punting. It would have been a lot different, I think, had Mission a kicking game. I think it would pushed that ball another 25 yards up the field on third down.
It could have. It could have that play there. There's no one to stop the Gazelle anyway. So
same side. Look at this. Number 65. Great grab. Hey, good for him. That was most kids bounce that off their shoulder. He grabbed that right out of the air. Yeah. 65, and that is Lyric, the songwriter Murray.
Yeah.
Sing me a tune, Murray.
He sang you a song right there. That was excellent. Here's the ball. He tries to do the onside kick, and it goes right to him. He just gets his arms up there. Look what I found. Runs over one guy. But number 20, who's number 20? Michael, the real deal Hopwood, got down and took him out at the legs.
Nice. There we go. 1st and 10 at the 52-yard line. Mission looking to put another 8 points on the board to match Chilliwack. As they said, the only way they're going to beat this game is lucky bounces and matching them touchdown per touchdown.
Yep. I just got an update here from the Pee Wee playoff game going on in North Langley. It's my Abbotsford Falcon Whites against the North Langley Bears. It's 0-0.
Okay.
So there's no score yet on that one, and I'm hoping that someone is going to send me a score for the Meadow Ridge game as that goes on too.
Chilliwack Pee Wee Blue and Meadow Ridge.
Yep.
Flag on the play. Hand off in the backfield. Number 4 cuts in. Brought down, picked up a few yards on the play. Let's see how they're going to mark it.
Well, you're gonna get an offside here. The whole D line looked like it jumped. So if we look here, yeah, the whole D line's there. Ball snapped. They didn't get back, so that's going to be an offside. So it'll be definite 5 yards.
Saxon Kernahan with the carry did a great job. Picked up a good 5 yards on it. And how are they marking it here?
Well, I mean, if the coach is smart, he takes the 5 yards and the first down again, right?
Oh, for sure.
2nd and 6 instead of 1st and 5, right?
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Big shout out to our cheer squad that is out in the pouring rain in their hoodies, doing an absolutely superb job. And they just add to the old fun factor of Chilliwack Minor football. Just makes it fun. Love hearing them cheer. Really cute. All right.
Here we go.
3 men in the backfield. Quarterback calling plays, directing his players. Oh, got a whistle.
Timeout on the red.
Dave Hicks didn't like what he was seeing, wants to get his boys organized. Okay.
Well, it looked like a little confusion on the close side here with the who's on the line and who's not on the line.
I'm just going to take this time out to thank our sponsors. The JB Blue Team we're watching right now is, of course, sponsored by the Mad Butcher. It's a butcher shop here in Chilliwack. I shop there all the time. Absolutely great place. Our hit of the game, Pep's Power Fluids. Play of the game, Intercountry Gardens. Our touchdown sponsor, as always, Kyle Hislop, Royal LePage. Our fabulous concession, the poutine, the hot dogs, and the coffee, and the hot chocolate, sponsored by West Tech Window and Doors. Our halftime Jay's Pizza Shuffle, our Big O Tires 50-50 draw, and of course it'll be the IHOP Player of the Game. Thank you all so much for all our sponsors and everyone who supports Chilliwack Minor football. We could not do this without you. What's going on in Arizona?
Oh, I haven't heard back from Grandma yet.
No Grandma?
No Grandma. So I'm just trying to see if I can get the content up for the game.
I meant to talk to someone with a connection to the team over the Pee Wee Blue team in Meadow Ridge right now, and it slipped my mind. So we'll get an update at halftime. Here we go. Mission, I formation. Slot backs ready to roll. One wide out. 14-6. There's a handoff. Ball is loose. Scramble. Oh. And I'm guessing Chilliwack picked it up.
Yeah. Chilliwack got the ball back on that one. And this rain's picked up again out there. And that grass is slick. The ball's slick.
If you notice during the timeout, I looked down and they had the refs put a blanket over the football, or a towel, over the football in an effort to try and keep it dry. But pretty near impossible to do. The conditions we have today, it was pouring rain about an hour ago. I mean, it was really coming down. Yes, if you have a split screen feature on your computer, you can watch the Meadow Ridge game at vbnsports.com. But you won't get the color commentary. Ball is up. Chilliwack. Oh, off the fingertips. Number 36, Davies, the Gazelle Mitchell, was in his sights. Sets up a 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
The North Langley Abbotsford Pee Wee game too is going on the North Langley site. You go to northlangleybears.com. There's a content site there.
But you don't get our color commentary and play-by-play. I'm just saying that.
None of them have got this kind of goodness.
No way. No, just here.
But update: Abbotsford just scored. It's 8-0 for the Falcons against North Langley.
Nice.
So. Yeah, Meadow Ridge Knights.
Pee Wee Blue? Yeah.
The Pee Wee Blue against the Chilliwack Pee Wee Blue.
Correct.
Are playing right now on vbnsports.com. And that's just the broadcast without color commentating as well.
Handoff in the backfield, thundering up the middle. Nice bit of running there. Set up a third, probably in about 3. And that was Mr. Caleb the Cannon Spanner with that carry. A slight kid, not very tall, but incredibly fast. And the thing I like about this O-line on Chilliwack is not very big, but they get their gaps, and their running backs always find room.
Yeah, they definitely get some push there. It is 3rd down and 4 for them, though, so they're going to have to come up with something here to get that ball the 4 yards to pick up that gap of space.
I wonder what they're going to do. I can't wait to find out for the ball to snap to see who's going to get it. Here we go. Slot backs moving. To Buckwitz.
Nope. No. They see, and this is
Look at that. Number 12, Grayson Frick. Had me fooled. Picks up the first down. And head coach Scott Wilkins using all the weapons in his arsenal to move that ball up the field.
And this is what I love here is that they do this so well. You thought it was going to Buckwitz there.
Yeah.
And all they did was use him as the lead blocker. So everybody's going on him. They got their 4 yards plus. Now they're sitting first down. Great job.
Pardon me, Grayson the Lunchbox Frick. Pardon me.
Grayson
the Lunchbox. Frick. Great nicknames. That's my legacy with Chilliwack Minor football. Everybody gets a nickname now. I started that. Nice reverse, a fake. Number 20 cuts wide. Does he have enough room? He breaks a couple of tackles, still on his feet. And if he doesn't have a first down there, it is going to be awfully close. Michael, the real deal Hopwood in the backfield. A very mobile slot back. And that sets up a 2nd and about 2 at the 45-yard line, and Chilliwack back in that mission offensive zone.
Michael runs very well. He gets he gets side to side quickly and then up the sideline.
No, that's a first down.
Oh, yeah.
They moved it. Yeah,
I was pretty sure it was going to be.
Yeah.
So you can tell that this North Langley game's not a VBN broadcast because they can't get the stream to run
there you go.
Smoothly, but
Buckwitz with the ball in the backfield, still on his feet, cuts in. He's breaking tackles. Good luck catching him. He's in the end zone. Unbelievable 45-yard run back in the jackpot, my friend. A 26 lead with $1:24 to go in the first quarter of this game.
And look at, he just gets in that open space. Here we got on the replay. They give him the ball. He breaks the first tackle, gets around his blocker, makes a few moves, gets that open space, and just outruns everybody. I mean, he was in that end zone 10 yards before anybody else was even close to him.
And you watch where he runs. When he's in traffic, he's leaning forward, so he's ready for his shoulder so someone come into him. The second he breaks free, he straightens his back out and picks up that perfect sprinter stride and just picks up wind. He's just a smart player.
Yeah.
Okay, you going to watch this game? You're going to watch that game?
I got them both going on. I got multitasking here.
I can't multitask. You're going to start calling the wrong game. You know what's going to happen? You're going to call the wrong game. Is that through? And that is through.
Yeah.
Another 2 points, 22-6. Chilliwack over the Niners.
22-6. It's just... And here's where they got to come. The mission's got to come back. I mean, we've got $1.25 left in the first quarter. They got to come back and answer now. Oh, looks like we're switching ends now. So,
okay.
Yeah. And, and the nice thing is, as we wind up the year, we know that we do Star Bowl every April, right? And that's the best 70 kids of the division, and we split onto 2 teams, and then they have a fun game against each other. And we always look for really good coaches, and it's just so happens that these 2 head coaches will be facing off again as the JB head coaches come April. So it'll be interesting. I'd love to see each of them get the other studs.
Yeah.
And see what they can do with them.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Dave coached it last year against Matt Paisley, who's our bantam coach this year.
Yeah.
And Matt is just, he could not beat Dave last year to save his life. It just drove him a little crazy, but Matt gets it. So, number 33 spoils the party. Joshua, the Cavalry Caverly, the first-year bantam player, storms in there and steals that ball. But number 4, Saxon Kernahan, is grabbing his right leg, pardon me.
I don't know if you want to watch this replay, because you watch here, the comes in to recover the ball. He goes down, gets the ball, but it's the head right to the knee there, and you can see he's grabbing that leg right away. That had to hurt. I was cringing up here right from the word go.
And Josh, to his credit, grabbed that ball, and it was just a collision.
Yeah, no, it wasn't anything bad or nefarious, but it was an ugly shot.
That's smarts. I mean, I banged my knee a couple of weeks ago. I got the corner of a box right in sort of the funny bone, right?
Yeah.
And you get that.
not so funny, eh?
It's not so funny, but you get a helmet full tilt. I mean, that's going to leave a huge bruise.
Yeah.
He'll be icing that bad boy. That's smart. So everyone's taking a knee. Hopefully Mr. Kernahan's coming back to the game, because he's darn good, and Mission needs him with that short bench.
Well, definitely. I mean, they don't have a lot of extra players over there as it is, but this is one of their guys. This guy that puts points up on the board for him already. So, I mean, you see here, and it's a great job by Mr. Caverly to get down here and to get on that ball so quick, but just that helmet catches him in the kneecap. And so they're calling over another coach to help carry him off here, because I don't think he's going to be walking anytime soon.
And that talks about the depths of Junior Bantam Blues team. I mean, Josh is a first-year Bantam player in a playoff game, and he's in there, right?
I think Dad's come out here to give him a hand and get him up off the field.
Yeah, that's smarted. It's going to be some ice on that. Hopefully they can get him back in the game. Here comes Dave Hicks. Hopefully it's just a bruise.
Yeah.
You don't want to see kids. I mean, it's a tough sport, and kids get banged around. Here we go. He's a warrior. He's hopping on it. Oh, he's got some pressure on it. A little bit.
Very little. Very little.
Yeah, it's a tough thing just to walk off. He's putting more pressure on it now. There you go. Okay. So Chilliwack takes over at the 46-yard line, 1st and 10. They're up 22-6, shallow in the second quarter, about 11:16 to go in the first half.
Well, this really hurts the Mission team. I mean, Saxon was one of their better players, but it also gives back the ball at 22-6 to Chilliwack on their 45-yard line. So Mission's got to really step up here and make the stop.
And there's Chilliwack's bench applauding him as he goes off. So two teams that respect one another, and you like to see that. Okay.
Yeah. Well, and as good as Chilliwack's been this year, they've got to remember that, like I said earlier, this is the team that won it all last year, right?
Yeah. Well, you can't get too cocky, man. Like Tom Caverly said, we're just going to have fun, play our game. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you can do. 2 men in the backfield, slot backs, 2 wideouts. Chilliwack, 1st and 10. Buckwitz with the ball up the middle. Pushes back a few tackles. The ball's loose.
Oh, lucky bounce by Mission there.
And that's the kind of bounces that Mission needs if they want to get a chance in this game. But I think we have another injured player on Mission.
Looks like somebody else is hurt on the field there.
And he's on his hands and knees trying to get up. And I'm not sure if he hit his head somewhere. Well, it looks like he got kicked right in the head. The ball squirted right out of Buckwitz's hands, and Mission wasted no time smothering it. And it's their ball, 1st and 10 at about the 28-yard line.
It looks like he made the initial contact on Buckowitz, and Buckowitz came up and just caught him on the back step. And he's a little woozy there.
Got to be careful with the head injuries. It looks like he did hit his head if you look at the replay.
Yeah.
And that's dangerous. I mean, it's a bad knee is one thing, but a head injuries.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here he goes. He's walking off. Good for him.
Number 79, Austin Walker there. He's walking himself off. And then, you always want to be careful of the concussion, right? You always want to be careful with the hits to the head and whatnot. But sometimes it's just the bell getting rung, and he'll be okay. And that's what I always hope for when I see that.
And Dave Hicks calling a timeout. Mission head coach.
Yeah.
So let's get some nicknames. Austin, Texas Ranger Walker, number 79, walking off. Do you ever see what was the NASCAR movie with? Of course, I'm completely brain farting.
Oh,
Talladega Nights.
Talladega Nights. That's it.
Kids, Walker and Texas Ranger.
Yeah. Walker and Texas Ranger. Oh,
Bobby. What was his name? Ricky Bobby.
Ricky Bobby.
The Ballad of Talladega Nights.
The Ballad of Ricky Bobby. Yeah.
You can only count to one. One number. One.
So I just got an update. North Langley has scored, so now but they missed on the convert.
Okay.
So it's 8-6.
So if you're watching on VBN right now, and you happen to have Matt Macri's cell phone number, feel free to give him a call or text him.
Text. I can't answer.
Can't answer the call. We don't want the phone ringing. We'll get it. We'll get an update quick enough.
Yeah. No, it's the Meadow Ridge one that we're curious about.
Pee Wee Blue against Meadow Ridge, which is going to be a tough game for Pee Wee Blue because Meadow Ridge is undefeated.
Well,
they're a solid team.
And there you got another coach, a really good coach, in Dave Brass, who has that team just all firing in the right direction too. It's that's a really solid team.
Here we go. Mission's got the ball. I formation. There's the snap. Plowing up the middle. Picked up a good 4 or 5 yards on that play. Not bad. Don't need much more than that. And it is a 2nd and 6, I'd say, at the 32-yard line.
Well, it's like I always say, if I get 4 yards of play, I can win every game.
There you go.
You take the time off the clock, you march the ball up the field. Slowly but surely.
It doesn't have to be highlight reels for every single game, so.
No. Yeah, no, I'm still trying to find out that Pee Wee Blues score.
We'll get it. After halftime, we'll have all the scores for you. No problem. Here we go. I formation. There's the handoff. Looks for some room. Plows his way forward. Nice bit of running there. And that should be enough for a first down. And Mission is rolling up the field.
When you see this here, the running back gets the ball, comes through, and Kai the Crusher Manning tries to step in front of him and got crushed himself. And full on right into the chest.
Hung on, managed to bring him down, but not before Mission got themselves a first down.
Yeah.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And this is another level that having Logan Buckowitz out there, they've got a 3-3. 5 or 3-3-6 defense going on because he just covers so much of that middle of the field.
He's that middle linebacker.
Oh, yeah.
I formation. There's the pitch. Cuts to the middle, runs to the outside, number 15, and no dice on that play. Nice bit of running. Aiden Coyle, number 15 for Mission, grabs that ball. But the Chilliwack defense was there looking to spoil that party. Did not get that much farther past the line of scrimmage. 2nd and about 9 at the 39-yard line.
And once again, I think well-coached Chilliwack Blue team knows that Aiden Coyle is dangerous in open space, so they're not giving him a chance. Get a hold of the back of his jersey if you have to and just slow him down until your buddies come to clean up because he goes. Once he gets wide open, he's gone.
And good example of that smothering defense, a mobile defense that you talked about that moves as a unit for Chilliwack. Handoff in the backfield. Fooled me. Nice little play there. They picked up a decent amount of yardage on that. That's a good 4 yards, but sets up a 3rd and 6 at the 43-yard line. So they got to pick up a good 7 yards here, 6.5, 7 yards to get the first down on this next play. Otherwise, it's Chilliwack ball with a 22-6 lead and 8:16 to go in the quarter.
Some good redirection there, good running. I mean, it's Dave Hicks is a good offensive coordinator, so he's going to have some tricks up his sleeve here.
There's the fake, the handoff. Does he get the first down? He gets the first down and more. Beautiful. Wait, no, ball is loose. It's going the other way.
Yep.
Oh.
Dave Hicks is waving his arms, pleading on the sidelines, wondering what's going on. I wonder if he's going to argue if the kid was down.
Let's take a look here because I thought he was down with the ball still in his hands myself.
No, did he? There's the ball.
There's
he
the
was
ball.
just up enough.
Yeah.
And big number 99, Kai the Crusher, Manning with the recovery. Looks like we're going the other way, folks, and a tough break for a team that needed the breaks to go their way.
Yeah, it's hard to tell in that picture because the ball comes out from underneath him and how loose it was.
Right.
But the knees were down when we saw the ball, but exactly. I can't see what's happened on the far side.
No, he did not have that ball when he went down. Yeah. Tough break for Mission. Here comes Chilliwack, but Chilliwack just bobbled the ball themselves, so it could come back the other way just as easily.
Exactly. That's football. You got to roll with the punches.
Yeah. 3 men in the backfield. Buckwitz with the handoff. Look at him go. Thunders through the O-line. Breaks a tackle. 1 man back. Brings him down. Nice. Number 15. Not before he picks up about 40 yards.
Yeah.
Aiden Coyle.
Good run and good tackle. I mean, good, and the blocking out there, you can't discount that. I mean, he's getting a lot of room out there on some really good blocks. And then you get number 15, Aiden Coyle. Look how fast that boy is. Wow.
Nice. The Cobra, Coyle.
Yeah.
Brings him down, saves a touchdown. And it's a 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line. Live ball in the backfield. Buckwitz picks it up. Look at that. He's still on his feet. Is he going to the end zone? He couldn't make it. But he sets up a 1st and 10. He bobbles the ball and picks it up and still gets to a 1st and goal inside the 10-yard line. Most kids either panic or just dive on that ball and take the loss.
Oh, and you see, he should have been tackled there, but because he turned around, the defender only bounced off the small of his back instead of being able to make the actual tackle. And our poor scorekeeper over here, she's just having a heart attack on this as well.
Come on, Donna, focus over there.
The animation is phenomenal.
1st and 10, Chilliwack. Drops back, ball is up, he's got a man in the touchdown. Number 34, Jackson the Scrud Wilkins. Making it look very easy. We have a 30-6 lead.
And here you go. And here, the defense sells out to stop Buckwitz on the 2-yard plunge. And instead they come back and throw. Just drops back, puts a little on it. Wilkins is there, marches it in.
And that's a 28-6 lead. Sorry, I'd have very poor math.
Yeah.
They picked up 6 points. 6 plus 22 is 28, so yeah. 28-6.
Just trying to convince yourself of that, are you?
Yeah. I don't have my abacus in front of me. Okay. Going for 2. Number 44, Aiden Stopia Saunders with the foot. Whoa, flag on the play. Something happened. Somebody moved? I see, I saw 2 players low 5 each other out there, but something happened. They're probably going to retake the kick, maybe move it back 5 yards or just apply the penalty in the next kickoff. Let's find out. I wait with anticipation.
Well, looks like Chilliwack did something because they're talking to Mission, so.
Everyone's sort of standing around kind of confused.
Yeah. Offside, offense.
Chilliwack.
Yeah. So it's still going to be the same kick, so it's going to be assessed on the kick later.
On the kickoff. There you go.
Okay. Look at 5-yard bonus.
Here we go. Going for 2. Good clean snap. But the ball is low off the crossbar. So that holds the score, 28-6 Chilliwack, halfway through the second quarter, over the Mission Niners. And Mission gets a bonus 5 yards off the ensuing kickoff.
A little bit timing off there.
Yeah.
It was a good snap, got the ball, brought it down, but the kicker, I think, started a second too soon, and just right into the upright.
Aiden Saunders is his brother. We were watching his brother Jackson in the Bantam game last night.
Yeah.
And a superb athlete in his own right, but he is a first-year Bantam, so he's normally he's a first-year junior Bantam, so he's normally in the backfield. He's normally working a slot back, take a handoff, throw a pass, that sort of thing. But because he's a first-year player and they have so much depth on this team, he's a little bit relegated to special teams. So he's playing a bit out of his comfort zone right now.
Well, and I've seen him on the field more than special teams, and he doesn't look out of place.
No.
I don't know if he's not comfortable, but he doesn't look out of place out there. And he's a big boy. Both the Saunders boys are fair size. So
yeah, they're solid.
Yeah.
Not a bad kick. There you go. Live ball number 2. Now he went down on his knee, so they're calling it right at the 45-yard line.
See, and that rule was changed last year.
Okay.
And if they can go to their knee as long as they come straight back up.
Right.
So here, he feels it. No one's around him. He takes the ball, and then he pops right back up. That whistle shouldn't have gone.
Right.
So, but, I mean.
It is what it is.
They always err on the side of safety, I find, especially
Yeah.
at the younger ages, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
You know, they want to complain about quick whistles. Well, I'd rather a quick whistle than somebody getting an ambulance ride. So,
yeah.
It's just the fact there's nobody around him on that one.
And that was, of course, number 2, Connor Allward on that recovery. Okay, Mission, 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. I formation. Got the 2 slots on either side. And away they go. Handoff in the backfield. Number 15 breaks through. Picks up a lot of yards. A good 9-yard carry. Takes that ball to the 55-yard line. 2nd and 1. And Mission is right on the doorstep of the offensive zone for Chilliwack Junior Bantam Blue.
This is Aiden Coyle again. And this guy's so fast that they're just getting a hold of the back of his jersey. He's past you before you even realize he's there and he's got the ball.
And I said before the start of the game, Mission's got some size on that O-line.
Yep. Yeah, they're pushing some good holes there.
They're big kids. So, I mean, you get the gaps and you have some speed. You pick up some yards.
You got Josh Buchholz as the quarterback, who's a smart quarterback, does the redirection really good.
Another great handoff, and that's a first down and more. Mission slowly but surely grinding it forward, and they're at the 50-yard line in the offensive zone.
You know, this is huge. If Michigan can get a score on the board here before the end of the first half, and
they're back in it.
They're back in it, and keep Chilliwack down, which is hard.
Yeah.
Right, but they got to get it. They've got to get a score here. You go into the second half down by 22. Chilliwack just plays defense and field position the rest of the day.
Exactly. And the only thing missing, you're talking about this young quarterback, number 12, Josh Buchholz. I'm not seeing any passing. And I think that's hurting Mission right now because they're a bit of a one-trick pony in the sense that they only have a running game. And running games could be shut down. But then again, there's number 15, Aiden Coyle, the Cobra. Picks up a good 6 yards on that carry. Sets up a 2nd and 4 at the 48-yard line, pardon me.
Well, it's that O-line. That O-line's getting that initial push that's giving him enough room to get those minimum 4 yards per down. Why change? Why throw the ball at that point?
That's a good point. And you know what? When you're coaching blocking, hold them for 3 seconds.
Yeah.
1 or 2 seconds. That's all you got to do. Just let the guy get past you. And as long as he can get past you, you're picking up yardage. So here we go. Back to the eye. Handoff again. Coyle. Look at those legs moving. Look at him pump. Didn't get the first down, I don't think, but he's darn close.
He's going to be short inches. That's about it.
That should be a first down. Look where they're putting the ball. If it's not, it's right on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
So
he's just,
You got it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think at that point it's so close. You can bring out the chains and measure and whatnot, but
it's there. He got it. He got
it. What are you going to do? Snap and just move the football over the line, right?
Yeah.
Someone hammering down there?
They got the drum.
Oh, the drum.
Someone's hammering. Yeah, we're building something.
Building another tower.
That's right. Handoff. Nice pitch in the backfield. Look at the running. Sweet. And again, Mr. Coyle picks up a good 2-3 yards on that play. And I tell you, Mission's grinding down that clock and moving that ball rather handily all of a sudden.
Well, and here's what I don't get. I mean, Coyle's got the speed. He's got to stretch that field. And I'm not sure. Yep, here comes the replay here. If you look, he turns up way too soon here. He's almost going off tackle when really if that blocker gets out and gets that corner and he gets out to the outside and gets a seam, I mean, the only person that's got a hope of running him down there is going to be Buckwitz.
Handoff. Number 15 pushes forward, picks up another few yards. 2nd and about 5, looking at the 35-yard line.
3rd and 4 now.
3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, in and around there.
So I just got a message from the mission president.
Okay.
And he's like, loving the commentary, watching it from my man cave.
My man cave.
So he's in a nice warm spot. Good Fred. He's in a nice warm spot watching it.
Fred Robinson?
Fred Cunningham.
Cunningham, that's
Cunningham.
right. That's right. I've met Fred. I've met Fred a few times.
Yeah. Another guy who's been with Mission forever and a day. And,
20, 25 years easily.
Yeah, no kids in the sport, but he still comes out every weekend. He coaches the little guys, the Adams. Oh.
Now, number 12, Josh Buchholz tried to hang on to that ball himself. But the junior Bantam Blue Giants shut down the party, and the ball's going the other way, and a turnover and downs.
And there's Aiden Saunders, part of that play right there. Come on in and make the tackle. So.
Yeah, Aiden, I mean, he can play both sides of the field. He's a first-year junior bantam, but again, here's the depth. A first-year JB playing both sides of the ball for them.
Yeah.
And just doing a great job. And, of course, his dad, Drew, is the one of the assistant coaches. I think he's the defensive coordinator. Colleen, his mom, working the concession. God love her, took over the job that seems to be a full-time career in itself during the football season. Mother of 3, works. Endless amounts of energy for Chilliwack minor football. There's the ball. It's up. He's got a man. Nice catch by Hopwood. Look at him roll. Does he catch him?
No.
No chance. And he is in the end zone. Beautiful hands. Didn't earn $100, but that was a good catch nonetheless.
Oh, it was a great catch. He just got past the defender there. The defender got, I think, a little mesmerized by the quarterback and stopped moving his feet. So, and then Hopwood just gets that ball and he's gone. So here we go. Just past the defender. Nice jumping catch. And here the defender had a chance right here. You got to dive right there. Right there. Now Hopwood
whack the foot.
And look at the speed of this guy too. He knows he's got nobody to beat but himself.
Unbelievable. 34-6 lead, Chilliwack over Mission with about $1:30 to go on the clock. Superb football. What a pass. And I like the fact in Hopwood, and here's the 2-point, and that one is no question on that.
Yeah, that
is good.
Yeah, that one was good.
36-6 lead.
Yeah, and you see that timing was way better there. You got the ball down, and then a breath, and then the kicker kicked it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. But in a game like this, the point after, for Chilliwack, you can afford to sort of make the odd mistake. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But what I liked about Hopwood on that passing play is he never stopped moving. Look at he runs, jumps, and just keeps going, all in one stride. He jumped up, he was moving in the air, caught the ball, turned his body, and landed in perfect stride to keep going.
Yeah,
good athleticism right there.
That was a great job.
So we got to go to $1:30 to go in the second quarter. Chilliwack kicking off once again. Mission playing it a little bit shallow. Not a great foot, a solid foot, but on a great foot on Chilliwack.
So I think Coach Dave Hicks here is calling over the referee.
Wonder what he's curious about. Did they get their 5 yards? They must have.
Yeah, in the last kickoff.
That's right. Yeah.
So I think he's taken the option to just take the ball on the 45 as opposed to the kick.
Oh, okay.
So
They don't get that option until it's running time. It's not running time until
it's a 30-point lead.
35.
This is 35 right here.
We're checking the rule book. It says 35.
Anytime after the first half.
After the first half. Still in the first half. So
Okay, well, they're breaking the rules, so Mission's the one calling, making the call.
Yeah, no, that's the running time for the clock. That does nothing to do with the ball placement. Yeah, but the ball placement isn't the mercy rule. The ball placement's the 30-point difference. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll find that one for you at halftime.
We'll figure it out.
I read this once.
We've got the I read this one. We've got the VCFL rule book up here in the tower. The problem is when something happens, you're like scrambling through. Of course, we got the Jays pizza shuffle coming up at halftime. Mission with the ball. Handoff in the backfield. Thundering forward. Picks up a good 7-8 yards on the carry. So Mission's playing never say die football here, and they're moving that ball. And they move it up to the 52-yard line. 2nd and about 3. A nice 7-yard carry.
See, that's what I was said too.
Yeah.
It's not in the
Okay, I've got to.
in the Canadian book, it's in the VCFL book. I think that's what we're doing.
Oh, gotcha.
The ref would know when he allowed it, so.
Yeah.
Clock ticking.
Yeah, no.
Mission needs a touchdown. Get themselves back into this game.
But I think if the point difference.
Handoff in the backfield. Chilliwack defense swarms. Maybe got a yard or two. Oh, that, yeah. Sets up a 3rd and about 1.5, I'd say. So Mission trying to keep her alive, and this is where a passing game would be nice. Air that ball out, get it to a wide receiver, get a better chance at the end zone. We'll see what they do. The running game's been working for them just fine. The problem is Chilliwack seems to shut them down right when they need that big break. Do we figure out the rule book yet? We're still looking at it. Okay.
No, we're going to leave that for halftime.
It's a halftime study session.
Some bathroom reading.
Flag on the play. Looks like there was an offside or a procedure.
Oh, calling it offside against Mission.
Offside against Mission. Procedure for the Canadian Football League. What is it for the NFL again? When the old false start.
Yeah.
O-line, yeah. Cheer Scots, cheer squad, cheering their heart out in the pouring rain, their hoodies on. They're not complaining. We're up in the old plywood tower here, or the cardboard tower, as Mr. Macri likes to describe it.
Cardboard tower.
It's a little soggy. We're starting to lean. Oh.
Excuse me. Sorry about that.
Oh, good. Mission, 3rd and 8 now. There's a handoff. Up the middle, number 15 breaks through. Very close to breaking free for a touchdown. And again, Aiden the Cobra Coyle.
And look at the speed of this boy. Like this guy just gets going, gets ahead of steam, and it's Buckowitz is the only one that could grab him there.
Nice
He's
tackle.
moving so fast. Yep.
I can't help but think if Mission had a bigger bench, it'd just be a closer game.
Yeah.
It's tough.
And
okay.
Their star running back's not here.
Yeah, that's the tough part. But they're doing great with what they have.
No, I think they're doing really good.
We're going to sign off for halftime. We got the Jays Pizza halftime pizza shuffle coming up. Someone's going to win a lucky $5. And we'll see you in 11 minutes, 35 seconds. Tim Amy, Matt Macri, ChilliwackGiants.com.
Have you played? You haven't played Pizza Shuffle yet this year. You've seen it being played, though, right? So you know how we're going to do it. We're going to put 3 pizzas up on the screen. One's going to have a pizza. They're going to work around them. We're getting our fans to help us out. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's have the pizzas up on the screen. All right, here we go. There's our pizza. Follow them around. Well, I don't know. What do you think, fans? What do we got? What do we think it is? I can't hear our fans. What number do we think it is? 2. Okay, what do you think it is?
2.
Number 2. All right, let's see what number 2 shows us. Pizza! There you go. Congratulations. All right, folks, stay tuned. We got about 10 minutes left till halftime starts over, and we'll start our second half. All right, folks, getting down to crunch time here. Clock has stopped. Referees are on the way back out to the field.
And we're back.
50-50
ChilliwackGiants.com. Mr. Tim Amy, Mr. Matt Macri, who's be with us in just a minute. A little update on the score. Meadow Ridge 22 over Chilliwack. Pee Wee Blue 6 right now in the third. And that's being played in Maple Ridge by Samuel Robertson Tech School. I'm not sure if it's a high school or an elementary school. I'm guessing it's a high school. And actually a lovely neighborhood in Maple Ridge. Been there a few times. Nice setup. Here in Chilliwack, we have our Junior Bantam playoff game. The Junior Bantam Chilliwack Blue Giants, 36-6 over their Mission Niner counterparts from across the river down the highway. And Chilliwack is just rolling away. And I'm looking at Mr. Macri here. He's got 2 phones going. The guy's good. Guy's a machine. We've got a notebook
Players
going
are
with
all
the live
excited.
game on.
Are the fans excited?
He's checking scores. Gonna get a selfie in about a second here. Here we go. Beautiful. We'll put that on the website. Okay. Not sure whose phone that is.
Always got to take a selfie when you get someone else's phone.
That's right. Always got to take a selfie. And for the most part, we kept it clean. You ever see the one floating around the internet? Some poor kid at a bar passes out. Tom Hanks finds a cell phone.
Yeah.
They're snapping pictures. There he is sitting next to the kid, eating his french fries, pointing at him. The kid's going to come too.
Getting up the next morning and go,
Tom Hanks.
Well, I'm notorious for that at work. The guys will leave their phone on their workbench and then go off to get a part or something.
Right.
And I'll pick it up and take a selfie.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I'm glad
Put it
you
back
take
on the bench.
selfies.
My daughter's math teacher did that. She left it in math class. We took a bunch of selfies. She's like, there's a bunch of selfies of my math teacher.
We were at a party once when I was in high school and we found somebody's camera. This is, of course, the pre-cell phone era. So they didn't discover what we took pictures of until after they got the film developed. But, yeah, I won't say what it is on air.
Oh.
Teenage boys
Well,
with limited to zero supervision finding somebody's camera. It was not pleasant to pick up those pictures and go, hey, look at these pictures from the part. Ew!
A friend of mine got married, and we go to the wedding and had quite a bit to drink, and they had disposable cameras out for people to take pictures of the wedding. Well, we were in the bathroom for a while with those cameras.
Oh, gosh, just awful.
Unfortunately, his mom got them developed.
Oh.
She's still not talking to me 25 years later. So, but
That happens.
I got an update here from the North Langley field. We got the Abbotsford Falcons Pee Wee is up 16-6 on the number 2 North Langley Bears.
Nice.
And I've been told here, Adam Neufeld, who's one of our receivers, third down, 20-yard reception.
Nice. So, there you go.
Yeah, that's our the Abbotsford Falcons VP son, Adam Neufeld.
Beautiful.
So, and it's looking like the Meadow Ridge is just rolling out here over Chilliwack there in Meadow Ridge.
Tough game.
Yeah.
Tough game for Chilliwack. Meadow Ridge is a very good team. Very solid team. They're undefeated. They led the Pee Wee standings. Chilliwack's a good team, but the disadvantage to us having 3 teams in Chilliwack for Pee Wee this year is to water down the talent a tiny bit. So they have a lot of really skilled players, but they don't have a lot of size. I think that's what's hurting them a bit on their O-line.
Well,
and Meadow Ridge just carried that ball another 30 yards.
And
okay, sorry, we're getting ready to roll here.
We're back on. Yeah, no, my Pee Wee team faced your Pee Wee Blue team, and I was very impressed with how well coached they were. You're right, they don't have a lot of size.
Yeah,
but they're a well coached team.
Very well coached.
Yeah,
very well coached team with a host of all-stars. There's about 4 or 5 kids on that team that are all-stars. But we're here in Chilliwack on a rainy, damp, foggy, mushy day for the Junior Bantam first-round playoff action. We have Chilliwack 36-6 over the Mission Niners. And it looks like Mission is taking that ball on the 45-yard line to start the second half. Oh, we forgot to check up the rule book because everybody went for food at halftime. Oh, well.
It's not in this rule book that we have here. This is the Canadian rules book. It's actually the VCFL rule book.
Right.
So.
He said because of the score spread is, and that's the type of game, he really didn't, and Coach Wilkes didn't argue it. He wasn't going to win.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So it was a judgment call.
Yeah. No, and I was saying earlier too, I've seen games where it's 30-0, and an offense hasn't even been on the field because of onside kicks.
Right.
Oh.
Smothered, sacked, Chilliwack in the backfield, and that's a loss of yards to the first snap of the second half, pardon me.
Well, it's just a jailbreak there, too. I mean, everybody got through on the D-line and just got right after the quarterback. He had nowhere to go with that ball.
And Wayne just recovered his phone, by the way. He's going to have a very disturbing photo on there.
Yeah.
Sets up a 2nd and about 18. Ball being pushed back to the 38-yard line. That's 10, 15, yeah, about 17 yards to the first down. So,
Well, looks like we're having a bit of a miscommunication over here on the Chilliwack side.
I see a ref wagging his finger playfully. See, here's the problem with multitasking. I'm watching that Pee Wee game, and I'm not paying attention to what's going on in the field.
Well, we'll let the scorekeeper watch the game. She can keep it updated if Chilliwack makes a miraculous comeback.
Miraculous, that's a little strong. They're only down 18 points. Come on.
Yeah. So, are we going to see a 30-point comeback here, Tim?
I'm going to say no, and I'm just going to base that simply on the fact that Mission has a short bench.
Yeah.
That's it. It's the second half. Their O-line and D-line's doing double duty.
Yeah.
And that makes it pretty tough. So,
yeah.
Great team. I'm loving these kids, but fumble. Where's the ball going?
Yeah.
No one's jumping up and down just yet. So it sets up a 3rd and 17.
Well, and that hurts right there. I mean, you're already 2nd and long, and then you get that bad snap off. And like you said, their O-line is their D-line.
Yeah.
They don't have a lot of subs over there. So these big boys are getting hit every play of the game.
It's tough. It wears you out.
Yeah.
You just get worn out. Look at the bench at Chilliwack. I mean, they've got literally twice as many players. They could field a second team with all the players they have on the Chilliwack bench right now.
I think it's funny over there. You only got like 1 or 2 coaches that are bigger than the kids.
Nice pass right up the middle. Does he get it? He's on his feet, number 26.
Nice job.
And that's the play they had to make. Is that 26 or 36? 26, and he's in a lot of pain. He's rolling around.
Yeah.
Yikes. So a nice catch there by number 26, Dylan Mills. Unfortunately, that's the play they need to make on 2nd down to get them 3rd and short for 3rd. So this is a turnover on downs.
He seems to be holding his wrist.
His knee or his wrist?
Oh, no, his knee. His knee.
He's not standing up.
Yeah.
And he must have tweaked something as he grabbed that ball and turned. Maybe he caught a cleat.
Yeah.
You have to apologize. I did not see the.
Got rolled up there pretty good.
I didn't see the replay.
Yeah. No, when he went down there, here we go. There are good guys in the booth down there.
They look after us, except when it comes to ordering food. Turns.
So he gets caught, and
I'm looking for. Did someone
really
land on his leg when they went down? Maybe right there.
Right there, yeah. You see the leg extended and the body right across the knee.
Ow.
So that's going to hurt.
That stings. Dave Hicks cannot afford to lose anybody to any injury whatsoever. He's already lost one player at number 4 sitting on the bench, Saxon Kernahan, icing his right knee, or left knee, pardon me. And he's got a short bench. He can't afford to lose any other players. It's going to be a tough game.
Yeah. No, it's going to be a long day for these boys if they can't get back up on the field here.
Is he getting up? What a warrior.
He's getting up, but he's not putting any pressure on that. He looks like he's,
Oh, man.
This is going to be.
That'll be the second running back lost in the game for Mission. And things just got more complicated for Dave Hicks and his, now 16-man squad.
Yep.
So what does Chilliwack do? They sit Buckwitz for the rest of the game and go with their B team in the backfield, or what?
Well, it's going to take a big chunk off the clock. The clock, I think, keeps running there. So it's going to take a big chunk off the clock there. I mean, this is a good time for Chilliwack to put out their other players, get them some time.
Right.
Because you're in playoffs now,
yeah.
Right? You've got 3 games to win a provincial. This one next week and then a couple weeks down the road.
Right.
You want to make sure that your backups have some game time too, because there may come a point where your backups need to step up.
May come a point where one of your starters might get injured. Ball is up, and Hopwood lost that in traffic. He turned the wrong way in that pass. Sets up a 2nd and 10 at the, let me set up, sore back, 50-yard line.
I think he was expecting it over the right side, and it came over his left side. So here you see he looks to the right, and he's like, oh, got to get back to the left. And that's just too hard to do.
Couldn't do it.
When you're running like that, you look over one shoulder, you don't see the ball. Now you got to try and find it over the other shoulder quickly. So that's a tough one.
Chilliwack, they got their pro set, they got their slot backs. Taking the ball from the snap. Slot backs in motion. There's the snap, dropping back. Screen pass, number 2. Woo, gets pounded. Number 15 doing double duty. Nice catch by Kevin Zookeeper James. That's the first time he's touched the ball. And, of course, number 15, Aiden Coyle, who's just been a monster in the backfield for Mission, just dumps him right on the turf. Sets up a 3rd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
You see Kevin here, he catches the ball in the swing there, but he starts to run into the middle of the field. And just because he caught the ball and he was facing that way, his first steps were that way, he ran into the defense. With that ball, you want to pivot and get to the outside and up the sideline. You only got one guy to beat there. Otherwise, you're squaring off against 12.
And we haven't seen the Zookeeper much this game in terms of offense. So, yeah, it looks like they are going to some of their lesser-known players. There's Hopwood in the backfield. Good block by number 60. Does he get enough to get a first down? Awfully close.
Oh, yeah. No, he blew by that.
And they needed that first down just to keep possession going. They went to their first stringer, Mr. Hopwood. The real deal, as he's well known amongst his peers.
Block.
Number 60, nice block. And number 12, Josh Buckholz, the quarterback, doing double duty on defense. And that's the danger of having a short bench. You got your starting quarterback playing defense.
Yeah.
It can lead to injuries. We saw that at the in Kamloops last year.
Yeah.
With the top quarterback. Can't remember the team, but yeah.
Yeah. You got to have them doing both, and it's not good.
And at the 37-yard line, 1st and 10, Chilliwack, and away they go. Hopwood in motion. Ooh, quarterback fakes it, number 1. He's got some wheels. He can really roll. He's going to get to the end zone, and he's in. Caleb the Cannon Spanner just wastes no time on that snap and runs it right in, a 45-yard carry. And it's 42-6 Chilliwack, and that clock's going to start running right about now.
He gives a fake, takes the hole that he's got. He got a pretty good block there as well. And then he got that seam up the sideline. When you got that kind of speed and you get that seam, you just take it. Take it and go. And that great running there by Caleb gets down the sideline quickly into the end zone.
Spanner can really move. Normally it's Kevin. Okay, I'm losing it. Who's the normal quarterback?
Grayson Frick.
That's
number 12.
Thank you. So Spanner takes the snap direct.
Yeah, no, that was a great run. Great run.
Oh, missed the extra point. And Mission comes in good and hard on their defense. Gave them no time to get that kickoff.
No, they got through there right away because this was a good snap. It wasn't too bad. Gets the ball down, but the defense was just there.
He had to rush it.
Yeah,
couldn't take that breath.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess they're going to place the ball on the 45-yard line now, and Mission will take over their own 45. 1st and 10. 6 minutes to go. The clock running in the 3rd quarter. And at 42-6 for Chilliwack, this game is pretty much completely, officially out of reach.
Yeah, it's at the point now where, Mission's going to play for pride.
Yeah.
This is their last game of the year. They're going to get out there, and you're not going to see any quitting these boys.
No,
they're going to get out there and they're going to make plays and play football because they know it's 8 long months until they get to play again.
And to be perfectly fair, this is the team that went 0-4 to start the season, and here they are in the first round of the playoffs. So they've had a great season, and I bet you Dave Hicks has had actually a great time, and they've been a great bunch of kids. So good on them. You're here, you're playing. Live ball in the backfield. Quarterback just jumps on that, pushes the ball back a few yards, and that's number 12 again, Josh Buckholz. Plays the smart play, and that pushes the ball back to about the 40-yard line, so a 2nd and 15 for Mission.
don't know if there's a little confusion in the backfield, and the running back didn't know he was supposed to be getting it because he just kind of bounced off his belly and right down there. But this is the second time. I mean, the last possession, the same thing happened to him. They got sacked for a loss to start off, and now they're going 2nd and long again. And you're not going to get a lot of success that way.
And there's the drum. Okay. There's the handoff. Does he find some room? Not really. And gets back to about the original line of scrimmage. Sets up a 3rd and about 10 or so. 3rd and about 13. And this is where Dave Hicks wishes he had a punter so he can punt that ball down the field to give his guys a bit of breathing room.
Well, I'm not sure Dave would punt.
No?
No, I'm not sure. I mean, and the nice thing about this age level and Pee Wee too is that you can go from 3rd and long to get a first down really quick.
Right.
You know, but you got to, you know, the O-line's kind of exhausted. They're short benched. One of their best players that I saw today, number 4, is still on the sideline. So I'm not sure what they're going to be able to do here.
I see a couple of injured kids. Number 65 looks like he's got his socks a bit low.
Yeah.
I don't know if he had a bandage on it or not, but on a short bench, he's got 200 players. Here's the ball, looking to air it out. Does he find a receiver? No, he doesn't. And sacked, down he goes. Chilliwack takes over at about the 38-yard line. 1st and 10. And here comes Chilliwack. And do they put their B team on with up by 38 points?
Well, you see a couple of players that you haven't seen out there too much on the offense that are out there. But, I mean, Logan's Buckwitz is still out there. Aiden Saunders is out there. So, I mean, you were saying he hasn't gotten much play time this year. So
Cohen
it's nice
Fireball
to see
Foreman, number 80, where I'm staring at him right now. I haven't seen him. Yeah. Mind you, I'm not looking for him at the same time. So
who's the young guy that was up here with us doing the clock last night?
Oh, that was
Rogers.
Yeah.
That guy. All right.
Dave the Ripper Rogers, number 14. His mom and dad sitting right next to us here.
Oh, excellent.
Handoff, number 44, going to the outside. That's Aiden Saunders. He's got some wheels. He's got some power. Still on his feet. And pushed out of bounds at about the 30-some-odd yard line.
Yeah, no,
right at the 25-yard line, pardon me.
Well, watch the patience on this run. He's not a burner, but he comes across, and he's going, and he's waiting for his blocks to develop, and he gets, steps past that guy, got a block there, got past him, but I guess that back foot just hit the outside there. But, a lot of patience on his running.
And we just got the flags. The 3rd quarter is over, so we're going to switch ends.
All right.
Look at the kids playing in the mud. Oh, look at the puddles. Oh, I remember those days.
Well, I tell you that one night I came up here and the whole front of the parking lot was flooded, and I parked in it. I stepped out of my car and covered both my feet. My runners are still wet from that. So I thought, you know what? It's going to rain today. I'm wearing sandals.
There you go.
Yeah, no socks or shoes to get wet. I'm just wearing sandals.
You know how you dry out your shoes nice and quick? You jam them full of newspaper.
Oh, really?
Yeah, jam full of newspaper, and if they're soaking wet, switch it every 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's there you go, waving. That's cute.
Don't forget, folks, grab your 50-50 tickets. The draw's going to be coming up pretty quick here.
That's cute.
It's the future of the Giants right there.
There you go.
There's the future of the Giants. Cheer squad and football players.
Yep. It's interesting. You get girls playing football, but you don't get any boys on cheer squad. And it's kind of too bad. I'd like to see. It'd be fun to see some boys out there in cheer squad.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 men back. Saunders in motion. Hand off to Hopwood in the backfield. He's got some crazy wheels. Look at him dodge that tackle. Oh, nice
miss that
bit
one.
of defense by Mission. And that's number 15, Aiden Coyle, the Cobra.
Yeah,
Hopwood felt the sting.
Sprung there for sure. And he comes out here, gets going up the right, makes the first guy miss, but
boom, look at that.
Coyle had him lined up all the way.
Big and tall Coyle just wrapped him around the shoulders and hammered him right into the turf. Good tackle. I like to see that. Chilliwack now 2nd and about 7 at the 32-yard line, I'd say, from the angle. I'm going to stand up, my back stiff. There we go. It's important that I tell the listeners that I'm standing up when they can't see me. Hand off.
They felt the
number
change in your
62.
demeanor.
Yeah, there you go. Look at that. That's got to be a first down. Number 62 for Chilliwack. 63, pardon me, Blake Big Rig Goward.
Yeah.
And here's another player we haven't seen all game. So, yeah, Scott Wilkins is mixing it up a bit.
Giving that football around a bit. And it's a way to do it here.
Yeah. There's the odd team in and around that when they've got a monster lead, they keep their starters on. They do onside kicks. They go for 2-point conversions, and it's a bit of a dirty pool. So I like to see it when coaches put on their B team or some of their, some
get
of the players.
out there.
Just get them out there. It just shows good sportsmanship and allows kids that don't normally touch the football to touch the football.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the side of a good coach is that you want to make sure that your backups are just as good as your starters.
And off the number 99, Kai
Manning.
Picked up a good 4 or 5 yards on that. The Crusher gets the ball to about the 5-yard line. Is that a first down? Sets up 3rd and inches, I guess.
Yeah, third and a bit. Anyways,
3rd and a bit. Yeah,
I can't see that marker up there. Oh no, 3rd and about 4 yards.
Okay, yeah. So I'm looking at the wrong thing. Third, so it's 3rd and goal at the 4 or 5 yard line.
So, final in North Langley.
Final in North Langley?
Abbotsford Falcons 22, North Langley Bears 6.
Nice.
So it looks like next week when we're calling the Pee Wee game, it'll be my team out there.
Hey, there you go.
Not my team. We didn't have a good year, but
Abbotsford team.
An Abbotsford team.
Yeah. You gonna remind me that the only game you won was against my kids' team? You gonna do that again? Ball is up.
I wasn't gonna bring it up,
short. Looks like you had number 80. Cohen, the fireball foreman in his sights. The pass was just a little bit short. 3rd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Didn't quite get there.
Close. They got one more try. So who? Now that's Pee Wee we're talking,
Pee Wee,
right?
yeah.
So who they'll play Meadow Ridge?
They'll be playing the Meadow Ridge team.
Gotcha. Right.
Yeah.
And that's a VCFL final that's here next week.
Here next week. 1:30 game for the Pee Wees. 10 o'clock. Yeah, 10 for the Adams.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And the 3 o'clock is
10, 12:30, and 3.
3 is junior bantam, so that sounds right. Yeah. I don't have the schedule in front of me, so pardon me. Chilliwack. Nice pitch. Whistle blown. I'm guessing that's a procedure call.
I think so. When they blow it down like that, it's someone on the O-line moved.
And it's a bit wet and rainy out here, and I'm looking around on both sides of the fence, and there's little kids running around, and they're all soaking wet, having a blast. So that's good. I like to see that.
Yeah, they don't really care about the rain as much as the adults do.
No, they don't. They don't seem to notice it at all.
You find if you run in the rain, you stay warmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm suffering a sore back right now, so I have not been able to run lately. But if you ask me, when's the best time to run is the pouring rain. Because when it's hot and dry out there, you just can't get any air, and you die. When it's nice and cold and wet and raining, get past the initial first 5 minutes, and you just feel great. So, yeah. So these kids are smart.
Well, I haven't been in trouble with the law lately, so I've had no need to run.
And there you go. Oh, nice catch. Number 11, flag on the play.
Yeah,
Gavin the Gavinator Thomas, the first time he's touched the ball all game. Bit of a late hit on that.
Yeah, I mean, and the defensive back's kind of holding out his hands like, what the heck? Because, you watch the pass here. He catches the ball, comes down, and he hits him almost as his feet are hitting the ground to try and knock the ball loose.
And he falls to his knees, too. Like he tried to sort of back off as best as you can.
So I'm not too sure why that's a flag. But,
when you just put 6 more points on the board.
Yeah, it's 48-6. And it wasn't a dirty hit. It wasn't like he led with the helmet or anything like that. He caught him nice and cleanly in the chest.
But, the ref's right there. He's got to make the call. So, no argument.
Yeah. No, the receiver's got to bring the ball to the ground, so I don't see,
Oh, well.
He's pointing at the Chilliwack team, though, so I'm not sure.
Now, could Chilliwack waive that penalty off? Do they have that option?
They could. I mean, it's going to be a 5 or 10 yard penalty on the
kickoff.
On the kickoff. Well, it could be a 15 actually.
Oof.
Yeah. Unnecessary roughness, late hit. Yeah, it'd be a 15-yard penalty.
There's Chilliwack going for 2, going for 1.
Nice.
Pardon me. And he gets it. That's 49-6. With about 6 minutes to go, Chilliwack over the Niners.
Who caught that there? Because that didn't look like someone that's number 10. Do we get a 10 on here? Yeah,
Let's see.
Justin Ginger Snap Kennedy. Good job.
The Ginger Snap.
Yeah.
Nice play.
He got pretty wrapped up around down there, so.
He still has Grayson Frick out there at quarterback. The lunchbox. Hasn't benched the
He's got
lunchbox.
Caleb. He's got number 1. Caleb Spanner's been out there.
Oh, Spanner's throwing the ball. Okay.
Yeah.
Swear to God, I saw number 12. Pardon me.
Well, and the nice thing here is, you know that Logan is probably killing him over there on the sideline, not being in the game, right?
But
they're up this far in the game.
you're not going to put Logan on.
No, he's going to have to take a seat, and that shows a lot of class in the coaching staff over there. You know, give Mission some time to enjoy their final plays of the season.
Exactly.
They got a 15-yard penalty on that. You know. Yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah.
There's a 15-yard penalty instituted after.
And also, I mean, there's the sportsmanship side of resting your starters when you get this kind of spread. And there's also a risk that he could get injured.
Very good point.
You know, like you don't want Logan out there twisting an ankle or blowing a knee in some fluke play. And when you have 2 more games to play before a provincial championship potentially. So.
Well, and this afternoon you've got Meadow Ridge and North Langley, who are 2 very good teams as well.
Yeah.
Going at it. So, and that's who they're going to have to face next week. So you really want to make sure that your guys get a lot of rest. You get your backups in so they understand the playbook. They can run the plays properly. You know, get them get the young guys some time.
Exactly.
Yeah, get a good rotation going.
We got a minute here. Can we glance over at our what's the Pee Wee Blue?
22-6 in the fourth quarter.
Still 22-6 in the fourth quarter. So Meadow Ridge hanging on to their lead. Chilliwack not allowing any more points, but also not scoring any points. And that's the Pee Wee Blue against Meadow Ridge Gold, I believe it is. And your Abbotsford team has won?
They won 22-6.
So it'll be all things remaining equal. It'll be Meadow Ridge, Abbotsford in the VCFL final here next week.
Well, and this is going to be an interesting game. Now, we lost to North Langley in the regular season, so they finished second. We finished third.
Gotcha.
My Abbotsford, my Pee Wee White team. But it was a very close game. We were missing a couple key players.
That'll do it.
Come back today, we win. The game against Meadow Ridge Blue, we actually had to play on a Tuesday night because they closed their field when that rainstorm hit.
Gotcha.
On the Saturday, they played on Tuesday night, 8-6 final.
Nice. So close game.
It's going to be the rematch here. I'm really looking forward. I couldn't go that Tuesday night because I had practice.
Right.
I'm going to be right here.
It's going to be
week,
sweet.
Up here. Get a couple hot dogs.
I'm in.
A fresh Timmy's.
There you go.
We should be good.
It's an all-day event, and the good news for me is I don't have to drive anywhere. And we're in a nice dry booth.
Yeah.
Good job for our cheerleaders, and a big round of applause.
There's the cheer squad. Just do a superb job. Those girls will have an absolute blast out there. And we're talking about the little kids running around in the rain. Here's cheer squad wearing cotton and polyester hoodies that are absorbing the moisture, and there's laughing and smiling and having a blast. Mission, number 15, the Coil, the Cobra.
Flag on the play.
Runs enough for a first down, however, flag on the play.
Well, and I'm not sure what we got there because I'm looking over the far side where the flag went, and it was one of the defenders was holding one of the O-line and pulling them down. I don't know if I can see it here. But, yeah, one of the defenders grabs a hold of one of the offensive guys and pulls them down. So that's usually, I get a defensive holding. That's kind of a weird one.
And,
we're calling it off. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. It's, if you're a ref in a game like this and you've got a team down by 43 points, you're a bit of a jam because you kind of have to call the infractions, and at the same time you sort of kind of don't want to because, how are you going to penalize a team that's down 43 points? You know what I mean? Like it's a bit of a judgment call for them. You sort of look over the bench kind of pleadingly, come on, wave it off.
Yeah.
First down.
They got to do their job regardless. And Mission picks up a first down on that, so good on Mission. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And we're down to about a minute and a half left here. And, get these boys some more plays, get them running around out there. All good. Nothing on after this, eh?
No.
That's it for football today.
We're going home. I'm seeing Trolls tonight with the family. And I got my days mixed up because I thought today was the 3 o'clock game. I've been so busy at work, so my wife didn't order me a ticket, so I don't know if I can get in. And there's Mission. That's a nice little run up the middle. That picks up a good 8 yards. So, like you said, the Niners are not giving up.
No, they're going to push. They're going to push for some success here because they've had a good year, and Coach Dave's going to keep running plays. And it's good that this young defense gets to stop some of those plays. So you say you're going to see Trolls with your family?
Yeah.
I usually go see Trolls when I visit my family.
Oh,
I don't think you're going to have trouble getting a ticket for that one,
Is this thing on, ladies and gentlemen? Here through to Wednesday. Don't forget to validate your parking. Try the veal. Okay. Here we go. Y formation. Mission. 2 yards away from a first down at the 50-yard line. There's the pitch, going for the Cobra, juggles the ball, hangs on to it, and if he doesn't get it, he's awfully close. He'll set up a third and very, very short. Honestly, I'd like to see Mission air the ball out right now to score a touchdown. That's what I would like to see.
Well, I think they've tried a couple of times, but that D-line just keeps getting in there. So, and I mean, and, you know, it's nice to see that they, you know, it's really close. Do we pull the ball? Do we pull the, you know, the chains out and measure it and waste more time on a running clock? Nope. Give them the first down.
Exactly.
We don't even have the 50-50 numbers yet.
Well, it's been an entertaining game. I got to give it to Mission. They have a very, very short bench, and they've made a game of this. They worked as hard as they can. But unfortunately for them, the JB Blue Giants from Chilliwack are just a juggernaut and a half. And they're just thundering forward, and they've won this game handily. There's the handoff. There's a kid we haven't seen in a while. Big number 44 for Mission.
Yep.
Picks up a few yards. And there's the football game.
Yeah, and that's the end of it.
So a 49-6 decisive Chilliwack Junior Bantam Blue, sponsored by the Mad Butcher, over the Mission Niners. And it's Chilliwack going up against, who is it again for next week? Do we know?
Not yet.
Not yet.
They are this afternoon, North Langley, Meadow Ridge.
Either North Langley or Meadow Ridge right here. Will be heard on VBNsports.com. The Tim Amy, Matt Macri show all day next weekend.
All day.
And thank you very much to our sponsors, High Country Homes, of course, Pee Wee Blue sponsored by, or pardon me, JB Blue with the Mad Butcher. And we have our IHOP Player of the Games and the 50-50 Big O Tires 50-50 draw coming up in just a few minutes. I guess we'll sign off. Mr. Tim Amy, Mr. Matt Macri. Thanks for tuning in, folks. See you next week. VBNsports.com.
See you next week.
And this, of course, was a ChilliwackGiants.com presentation.
All right, I've talked to both the coaches. I've got both the teams, players of the game. For Mission, number 15. What's your name?
Aiden.
Aiden, what do you like about the game?
Hitting.
Hitting. Well, you did quite a bit of that tonight. There you go. Thank you. Congratulations. And for our Giants, number 20, the real deal Hopwood. All right, Michael, what do you like about the game?
The intensity.
The intensity. There we go. Thank you very much. Come back. See you guys next Saturday, 3 p.m. right here as our Giants take on either Langley or Maple Ridge. We don't know which yet. Also, Giants fan parents, this is the only game of the day, so we get some fan parents to come out and help us